Hi guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, the Bichanga family. So today, it's just gonna be me, and I wanted to hop on here and do some meal prep with you guys because we're back from Nairobi and I need to get back on my diet because I don't feel good when I'm just eating whatever I want and then it's not even that good. Like, I would eat something and I'd be like, this wasn't really worth it. So I was like, let me just get back on my diet because I was doing so good. And then I was going through a really hard time. And then Eve was leaving, she was going back home, and I didn't realize I'm an emotional eater, but I am. When I'm going through something difficult, like eating differently and like having to put that extra energy into consciously eating differently, it's just like it was just too much for me. And so I just kind of dropped it right around the time Eve left. And so anyway, I'm ready to get back on it, and I have been on it this week. This is on Tuesday, so I was on it on Saturday, went off on Sunday, back on Monday, and so I need to stick to it. I was doing, for you guys who follow closely our videos, I was doing so good before we went to Kisi for that vacation at the resort there, and we had our first cheat meal in like 2 weeks or something. So I want to be more careful moving forward with cheat meals. I think what I'm gonna try to do is, instead of having cheat meals like on the weekends and stuff, I'm going to make like reward meals, which might not be the healthiest way, but like, you know, to tell myself I need to lose 10 pounds before I can have this one thing that I'm craving or whatever, so that I don't get off track so easily. Anyway, I had high hopes for myself. I really did. I had everything mapped out and I was gonna be by my goal weight by February, and here the train went off the tracks. So, but we're gonna get back on. We're not gonna be discouraged. So yeah, here I am giving it another go. And the way that I can diet the best is when I meal prep. And so I was planning to do that today. Thankfully, Koree is taking care of Taavi, so I can go ahead and cook. I'm not even sure everything I'm gonna cook, but I do know I am going to be boiling some beans. Do I have something in my teeth? I was eating ground nuts earlier. Anyway, that was up close and personal. I'm gonna be getting some beans out of the cabinet here and boiling them. I have some sweet potatoes I'm gonna boil, but I'm also going to be making some things for Koree. I have a whole bunch of bananas in the freezer that I need to use up, and so I wanted to make some banana muffins for him to have in the mornings. I'm gonna be boiling some eggs, making some chicken stir fry, cutting up some vegetables, making some tuna salad, just like a whole bunch of stuff. But one thing I did learn when I did the meal prep for when Eve was here is I cut up too many vegetables, and when you cut up vegetables, they kind of spoil faster than if they're intact. So I don't want to cut up too many that I can't eat like within 5 days time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video and find inspiration for just eating healthy. I know a lot of people were like, it's not a diet, you're just eating healthy. It's a diet for me. I'm not used to eating this way, like no flour, no sugar. So it's a diet for me, and it's difficult to eat this differently, but I was losing weight, I was doing great. And also I just want to say, there's some things that I eat that people are like, you know, you're not supposed to be having that, you're not supposed to be having this. I was losing approximately 2 to 3, sometimes 5 pounds in a week. So I think what I'm doing works for me, but feel free to leave your suggestions and your ideas in the comment section. I do try to read the comments. I don't get through nearly all of them. But yeah, let's get into today's video and let's meal prep some food.
I love you. I give you everything you want me to. Think about it if I could. I'd burn down the moon and give that to.
So my goal for today is to make some main course dishes, breakfast dishes, and then also I hope to make some kind of a dessert if I have a sweet tooth craving. I've been eating, like for my sweet tooth craving, I've been eating Greek yogurt with honey and chia seeds. Let me show you. So I'm such an American when it comes to needing something sweet after a meal. I don't know why I'm that way, especially supper. After supper, when you've had your savory, whatever, I just need something sweet. And so this has been like my lifesaver. I get the Greek style yogurt, natural plain, and this brand is a little bit more pricey. There's another one that's a little bit cheaper, but it's not as thick. It's a little bit more runny, but it has the same taste. So I add a good amount of honey, probably I would say to this container maybe 3 tablespoons, and I don't always eat the full container, but 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey, and then I add like a ton of chia seeds. These are really, really healthy for you. So I add probably a good 3 or 4 tablespoons of chia seeds and then mix it up, and it's just the perfect treat to have in the evening. But I would like to have something else other than that because I'm burning out on just that. So anyway, let's see what I come up with. I do have some like almond flour, coconut flour, so I want to see if I can come up with a dessert as well. Like I always do, I try things for the first time with you guys, so that's going to be some of it today, some of the things I've tried already before. So the first thing I'm going to be making is I'm going to boil some hard-boiled eggs, but at the same time I'm going to be making some egg and bacon muffins in muffin tins. Yeah, so let's get into that. A typical breakfast for me consists of either hard-boiled egg or the bacon egg muffin, and then I have ground nuts, and then I usually have like some kind of fruit, sometimes apples with peanut butter. That's a normal breakfast for me. So last time I used this kind of a tray, and I forgot to put the liners, and they didn't want to come out of the cups, so this time I'm going to use the cupcake liners. And these I got them at Naivas. Let me just get these in the tray. Okay, so I like to get the streaky bacon. It's just better tasting than the collar bacon, especially for breakfast dishes like this.
In the darkness when I'm stumbling, and I don't know.
Okay, so in another bowl, I'm just going to beat together the eggs. Okay, now we're gonna beat these up. You don't have to use more than salt and pepper for this if you don't want to. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm using black pepper, and I'm using some salt, Himalayan salt. And then I'm putting some garlic powder and a little bit of chili flakes. And lastly, some paprika. And then you could add a little bit of milk, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of water, and it just makes them be a little bit more fluffy. So I'm just gonna add about that much in, just a little bit.
With every heartbeat, you're coming closer, coming closer. Every old leaf is turning over, turning over. Every season, a reminder.
All right, here are the muffins. They had been all puffed up and they just, I think they are done. So yeah, there are those, and the hard-boiled eggs are cooling over here. I need to peel those. So yeah, breakfast prep is done. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be making is I'm gonna make the banana bread muffins, and I'm just gonna leave the recipe on the screen right here so you can pause and write it down or screenshot it. I'm not gonna show the whole process of all of that, so I'm gonna do this right now. All right, here is the banana bread recipe all mixed together, and I'm about to put them here in these cupcake tins.
In the corner of the crowded room, your eyes meet mine. Conversations feel.
So now I'm going to go ahead and boil a pot of these yellow beans. We eat them with like chapatis and things like that.
Lost in space and time. I don't ask for your name, it's already carved in the air.
So I've decided to also boil some sweet potatoes. So I'm just peeling them and then washing them. This is a starch that I have occasionally, not all the time, maybe once in a week. But also Koree loves to eat them in the morning. It's kind of seen as a breakfast food here in Kenya, I believe, by most. But for me, I might eat it in the evening with chicken or a salad or something like that. So guys, I just boiled the sweet potatoes, and now I'm going to be making regular white potatoes the way a lot of Kenyans make them, which is different than I ever made them before I came to Kenya. So yeah, let's do that now. Of course, we start with tomatoes and onions. What else?
I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. By His grace, by His grace. I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. He is the Lamb and He is the Shepherd. He's the burning flame within my soul. Fire in my heart. He is my joy, He is my song.
beans are coming along nicely back here. They're still not as soft as they need to be. Yeah, not quite ready. And in the meantime, we're getting a real African downpour. And the temperatures have changed dramatically. I just love these kinds of evenings. So nice. Cools off everything, settles the dust. All right, so next up, I'm gonna wash these tomatoes and cut them up.
In the quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me.
So here I have my potatoes. I'm going to wash them and peel them and then quarter them into pretty big quarters. That's probably enough.
Everyone that I don't deserve, they remind me that you're with me, that I can't escape your love.
Alright guys, I've cut them up into fairly big chunks, and now I'm going to put some water in here and use some of this beef Reiko. You don't have to do this step if you don't have Reiko, but I prefer having it. I think it's only found in Kenya. You might be able to find it on Amazon. This is how it looks like. Yeah, I use the beef one.
Through the valleys and the shadows, where my path is over.
So whenever you're cooking this kind of Kenyan, they call it nyanya, make sure you smash the tomatoes like this. Don't have like big chunks like this. Apparently they unanimously hate it. It's immediately no. They need to be smashed this way. So this soup is now ready for the liquid to be poured in. The tomatoes are soft. Let's give this a good stir. And into the pot. And I'm gonna add more water. I might add more later, but for now, we've made the stew. Now we're just gonna drop our onions right in there, and they call it stewed potatoes, so. Oh, here we go. These are gonna be for Koree, and the sweet potatoes are kind of gonna be for me, but he'll also eat them for breakfast. So now I'm just gonna let these simmer. I might add a little bit more water later, but you don't want too much water. So yeah, there they are. So I think my boiling is almost done. I only have 2 burners here on the stove. The third one doesn't work, or else I would be using it, definitely. But I am going to wait for these to finish boiling, and then I have chicken and beef that I need to fry. I'm gonna make like a chicken stir fry, and then I'm gonna make some hamburgers for myself. I'm just gonna make like hamburger and put cheese on top of it and pop it in the fridge, and then I like to put them on like a piece of lettuce with maybe a slice of tomato and onion on top. So we're gonna get done with the beans and potatoes, and then we're gonna fry the chicken and the beef up, which shouldn't take too long. It's getting late. I can't believe I've been cooking all afternoon, but while we wait for these 2 burners to free up space, I am going to be cutting up some cucumbers and making a tuna salad for kind of like a snack. I think I have my breakfast out of the way. I'm working on like main meal dishes right now, and then I'm doing the snack for like snacks, and then I'm also going to be making some tea, like to substitute soda. We drank a lot of soda before. Koree still does, and when I'm not on my diet I do too, but I'm going to be making some peppermint tea, sweetened with, there's this sweetener I got, this one. It's like keto friendly, 0 calories, erythritol and stevia. So I'm going to be using that for my sweetener, and I might try and also bake something yet. So it's taking a while. Also filming takes up time, but let's work on the tuna right now.
You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel setting me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space. Don't let me darken your front door. That is not what I came here for.
A little bit of mustard, and there would be the electricity. That's fun. I was wondering when that was going to happen. So I'm just adding mustard, and then I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and of course pepper. I like to add some dill, just like maybe 1 teaspoon of dill, and mix that up, and there you have it. Now I'm going to be slicing up my cucumbers. So guys, I have lights back, so I'm just here making the base for the beans. The beans are basically done. So of course it's the usual onion, tomato base, and then I'm putting a scoop of the garlic and ginger in there. So now we're gonna brown these, and then of course put the tomatoes in. So tomatoes and onions are in, and once again I am doing a cup of Reiko, the seasoning to it. The only thing I'm missing, I wish I would have cilantro or dania or coriander or whatever you call it where you're from, but I don't have that. I usually like to have it for beans, but it's okay. I'm running out of time. All right, now I am gonna spoon some beans into here. I added more water here. I might add more water still. I might not put all the beans, I'm not quite sure. We'll see the ratio, how it turns out. And this is a dish that both Koree and I can eat. He'll eat it with white rice, and I'll probably eat it just the way it is, or possibly with quinoa. Quinoa has, or quinoa, however you say it, has kind of a lot of carbs, so I don't like eating a lot of it. Let me see here. I think I'll just put the rest of those in here, and then we'll have a big pot of beans, and I'll probably end up freezing some of this as well. All right, so that's the pot of beans. I'm just gonna let it boil here for about 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna get on to making the rice. So back here I've just put the rice over. I just put my white rice in oil and fried a little bit till it starts turning brown, Then I add 2 boiling cubes, like chicken boiling cubes, and fill it with water. And here I'm gonna make some quinoa for myself. This is all I have left. So I'm just gonna toss that in here and toast it a little bit. I put a little bit of oil in the pan. So I'm just gonna lightly toast it and then add water. Okay, I don't usually make rice or this in the frying pan, but I'm running out of containers. So I put the tiniest bit of curry powder in here just to give it a nice flavor. So now we're gonna let that boil. All right, guys, it's already 7:30 at night and I'm really tired, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. So while my 2 burners are cooking my white rice and my quinoa, actually I need to go to Naivas tomorrow. I need to buy like containers and Ziploc bags and stuff. I don't have enough to like store all this food properly, and I want to freeze a lot of it. So that's going to be on the agenda. But for tonight, I'll just stack all the food in the fridge, and I'll need to get like containers. I don't know why I have like containers of one thing, but then I don't have the lid. You know how it is. So guys, I'm gonna be making a keto dessert. Keto is a really good diet, I think. There's varied opinions about it, but I wanted to have something, like I said earlier, other than just Greek yogurt to eat. So I had some leftover cream cheese that my mom brought over, because cream cheese from home is just the best, according to me. So we're gonna plop in, it's a really simple recipe. Do 1 whole thing of cream cheese, and then it asks for 1 egg. This one's really small, I hope that's okay. I have used so many eggs today. The chickens are gonna be working overtime. Not that we have any. So I'm gonna combine it with 1 egg, and then it asks for 1/4 teaspoon vanilla extract, but I'm gonna put a whole teaspoon in because I like vanilla extract. There we go. And then it asks for 1/4 cup of a sweetener, and it's keto friendly, 0 calories. So it asks for a 1/4 cup. Let me just measure this out. I'm gonna add that in. This stuff is too expensive to go to waste. And then we're just gonna mix this up. And apparently we just put these simple ingredients in the muffin tins, and voila. So let's see what happens here. We're gonna put a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. You can also put like some fruit on top, strawberries or blueberries. So let's see how this turns out. I don't know if you can see through the chaos here where I'm at, but I actually decided to put 2 or 3 of these together, because with one, like with the egg ones, it was just kind of falling apart. So, all right, here goes nothing. It perfectly makes like a whole tray of the cupcakes. I tasted the batter. It legit tastes like cheesecake. I'm so excited about these. All right, it says we put them in the oven until they're solid. So I'll be back. All right, guys, I hope you're not as tired of watching as I am of filming, but I think I'm down to the last 3 items that I need to make. But these last 2 aren't that hard. I'm just going to be making a chicken stir fry that, again, Koree can eat and I can eat, because we're trying to have it be easier, not harder.
Hopefully this food will last us a really long time. Like I said, I want to go get containers and freeze a lot of it and make sure to keep it fresh because this is a lot of food for 2 people. All right, for the stir fry, I'm going to start off with onions. I feel like I've caught so many onions and tomatoes today. I don't even know the difference between myself and an onion. At this point, that's where we're at. I'm just gonna coarsely chop those up. They don't need to be very fine. And then I'm gonna use these mushrooms. I wish they were fresh, but this is what I have on hand right now. And I'm gonna coarsely chop those up. Let me fry those onions before throwing these in. I'm getting in a hurry. Oh, let me check on my cheesecake or my cupcakes or whatever they are. They're still jiggling a little bit, so we'll let them go for a while. I just have it on a low heat so that they don't bake too fast. I'm just amazed that it just took those few ingredients. And I already know they're gonna be good because the batter was so good. So I'm excited about that. Now I just need to get some strawberries or blueberries or something to put on top, or you can eat them plain too. I don't like to suffer when I diet, so it's probably, I don't know, that's just me. Somebody mentioned on our channel that my family enjoys eating too much or is too consumed with like eating. That is a very true observation, and like we take it seriously. We really do. All right, I'm gonna throw some garlic and ginger in with this too. So I also have about 3/4 of a red pepper here. I'm gonna cut up and add. So I'm going to be adding some balsamic vinegar and soy sauce, just because I feel like a lot of the foods have the same taste, so I want something different for the stir fry. And I'm also going to add a little bit of honey to it, just to give it kind of that sweet and sour taste. Now I'm gonna let that simmer as I cut up my chicken breast. I've already washed it, guys. So now I've placed the stir fry aside, and I'm just gonna start frying up my chicken. So guys, while my chicken is frying up over here, I added a little bit of chicken Reiko spice on top. So we're gonna let that fry up over here. And I'm gonna get started on my hamburgers. I can't believe I'm saying that. Okay, and I'm sure you can't guess what my first step is gonna be. I think this is actually the last single solitary onion that I have in my house. Oh goodness. I think I'm gonna be peeling onions in my dreams. Okay guys, my phone died, but you didn't miss too much. So here is the stir-fried chicken, and here I'm getting ready to do the hamburgers. I have hamburger meat, ginger and garlic paste, onions. I'm gonna put 2 eggs, a little bit of mustard and ketchup, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So this is the last dish I'm making, and I'm making my tea.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end. Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I've lost my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go.
Okay, so while we wait for the hamburgers, I'm gonna make the tea. I got some mint tea leaves here from Naivas, and I'm gonna make iced tea with it for something cold to drink with my meals. This probably won't make a whole lot. I have a big pitcher. It probably will only make half a pitcher. So first I'm gonna heat some water in this sufferia. And now we're gonna heat up that water until it is boiling hot. Now I'm going to be removing these leaves from the stem. The stem can make the tea kind of bitter. So we're just gonna pluck off all these leaves and wash them the second time. Alright, I have picked all the leaves off and I'm just letting it sit here in the water to wash for the second time, and we're waiting for this water to boil. Well guys, I really wish I had some fruit to put on here. They have a perfect indentation for fruit, but I guess I am just going to sprinkle a little bit of, oh that was a lot, of cinnamon on them. I'm almost done. I have 2 more hamburgers to go. And the tea, and then I'm done. Oh. Okay, I've hardly eaten all day, so let's try a cupcake, shall we? Cheers to this crazy day. Oh, they almost look like the egg and bacon thing. Let me have a taste. Wait, that's actually really good. The cinnamon went into my schlucker. Hi all my Amish and Mennonite people. It went into my throat. Guys, this legit tastes like cheesecake. Ah! Okay, wow. This is getting out of hand. This legit tastes like cheesecake. And with the cinnamon on top, adds a nice little touch. I would love to have like some strawberries with this or something. Very, very good. I'll be making these more. Okay, the water is still almost boiling. It's taking a really long time. Probably because I don't have a lid on top. So I'm gonna get the pitcher ready. First I'm just gonna put a ton of ice in here. And then I'm gonna put some of this good sweet light sugar, erythritol, stevia, I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna put some of this in here. Yeah, and I'm just gonna set this aside, and then I'm gonna put these leaves inside the water and turn the water off. I don't want to boil the leaves. I want to steep them. I don't know. So yeah, once it comes to a rolling boil, like really boiling, then I'm going to turn it off, add the leaves, and then put a lid on it and let it set there for maybe about 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah. All right guys, we have a rolling boil going on here. So I'm just gonna get these leaves. First, let's turn it off. Get these leaves and put them right in there. So I actually ended up putting the pitcher with the ice and the sweetener in the freezer because I need to wait till the tea is done. Then I'll remove the leaves and pour the water tea mixture onto the ice and sugar and let it cool down. And it's a really refreshing drink. You should try it. All right, guys, it is 9:30. I started cooking at 2:30 and I've been cooking nonstop all afternoon and evening. And I'm finally done. My phone is almost dying. I'm so tired. But yeah, let's go over everything that I've made and then that'll conclude today's video. Okay, quickly. Here I have the tuna salad, cucumbers, hard-boiled eggs, eggs with bacon muffins. I have sweet potatoes, quinoa, potatoes, the stewed potatoes, banana bread muffins, and then banana bread here. And then I have white rice, chicken stir fry, the keto cupcake, cheesecake things. And I have the beans here. The tea is still seeping or steeping here, I don't know which one. And then in here I have the hamburgers. So guys, my phone is literally like 2%. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of meal prepping literally for an entire army. I'm gonna go get bags and everything, containers, and freeze a lot of this food, and hopefully it'll come in handy over the next few months so that I don't have to cook as much. So if you stay till the end, congratulations, and like always, we'll see you guys on our next video. Bye guys.
One thing's true, I never asked for nothing.